Welcome back, students. I am your SST teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, today we are going to revise Geography chapter number 4, Agriculture. In this chapter, we are going to discuss few important topics from the chapter. These topics are meaning of agriculture and the types of different cultivation. We will also discuss the factor affecting to agriculture, types of agriculture in which we will discuss the subsistence farming, shifting cultivation and commercial farming. We will also discuss the major crops as the staple food, rice, wheat, millets and the commercial crops which are also known as the economy crops like sugarcane, cotton, coffee, tea. And after that, we will study about the agricultural development, which we will see the different modern techniques of agriculture. So let's start our today's revision with the topic meaning of agriculture. Students, agriculture is a primary activity. The word agriculture is derived from two Latin words ager or agri, which means soil, and the culture means to say cultivation or the tilling of soil. So here we can say agriculture mainly refers to the cultivation of soil and the growing of crops, fruits, vegetables and flowers. It is also includes the rearing of livestock. Sometimes forestry and fishings are also included in the agriculture. Students, here are total 5 types of cultivation. These are known as the agriculture, sericulture, pisciculture, viticulture and the horticulture. Agriculture refers to the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. It is also known as farming. Sericulture refers to the commercial rearing of silkworm. Pisciculture refers to breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and the ponds. Viticulture refers to the cultivation of grapes, and the horticulture refers to the growing vegetables, flowers and fruits for the commercial use. Now let's see what are the factors which are affecting to the agriculture. Students, generally the agriculture is affected by two types of factors. The factors are physical and the human factors. If you want to include the physical factors, there are relief, soil, climate are the physical factors, whereas the labor, capital and market are the human factors. If we talk about the relief, the type of landform which determines the area is suitable for agriculture or not. The soil is also an important factor because soil affects the agriculture in the way of drained fertile soil and for the better growth of crops. About the climate and the temperature and the rainfall directly influence the crop cultivation. And the human factors as the labors are also required in the form of human or machine or both to do the work. Capital means money is essential for purchasing of machinery, seeds, irrigation facilities, fertilizers and hiring of laborers. And next is the market. This refers to the customers who buy agricultural products. Now students, let's see the types of agriculture. Students, on the basis of produce, labor and level of technology, farming can be classified into two broad categories. First is subsistence farming and second is the commercial farming. What is subsistence farming? This is a system of farming where the farmer grows crop and keeps livestock for the needs of his family only. It is also of two types, that is intensive subsistence farming and the primitive subsistence farming. Intensive subsistence farming is carried out in the densely populated area of the monsoonal region of South, Southeast and East Asia. Rice is a main crop in that area. We can include the millets and many other crops are there like the wheat, pulse, oilseed are also grown here. If we talk about the primitive subsistence farming means to say a primary level or old type of farming in which it is practiced on small patches of land. The shifting cultivation and the nomadic hearing are the types of primitive subsistence farming. So what is shifting cultivation? Let's see. Shifting cultivation is a type of cultivation for some time till Shifting cultivation is also known as the slash and burn method. Here farmers or cultivators fall or burn trees to make the land free for cultivation. The ashes of these trees mixed with soil acts as fertilizer. The other name of the shifting cultivation or the slash or burn cultivation is Jhum, Sweden and the Milpa. Second is the nomadic hearing of the primitive subsistence farming. It is generally practiced in arid and semi-arid lands where cultivation is not possible. Students, the farming which is currently used, that is known as the commercial farming. It is done over a huge piece of land with modern tools and technologies. It is used with the good machineries, Hiv seeds means the high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers and the irrigation facilities. It is also divided into few parts, that is extensive farming and commercial grain farming, mixed farming and the plantation agriculture. The extensive farming is basically done in the temperate grasslands, and the second is the commercial grain farming. It is practiced in the temperate grassland of the prairies in North America. If we talk about the mixed farming, in mixed farming the growing of crops and rearing of animals go hand in hand at the same piece of land. And the plantation agriculture, the basic crops in the plantation agriculture are tea, rubber, coffee, cotton, sugarcane, bananas and so on. Few more types of the commercial farming are the dairy farming, truck farming, cooperative farming and the state farming. Now let's discuss about the major crops. The major crops, any plant that is cultivated in the significant quantities for food or economic purpose is called a crop. And the major crops are known as the food crops firstly. So food crops are those grown as food for human consumption, as example rice, wheat, pulse, sugarcane, etc. Students, you can see the detailed video of the food crops in the description box. The another type of the crops is the fiber crops. Fiber crops are the crops which are used for the fiber for the clothes. Cotton, jute, hemp and natural silk are the four major fiber crops grown in the world. Next is the beverage crops. The beverage crops are mainly used for making drinks such as tea, coffee and cocoa. Next is the commercial crop. These crops are mainly grown for sale or export such as sugarcane, rubber, oilseed, fiber crops, tobacco, grains and beverage, etc. Students, now let's discuss about the agricultural development. World population is going to be increased and food demand is also increasing day by day. So to meet the growing demand, now the farmers started to use some modern techniques in which they are using the fertilizer and the Hiv seeds. As already I told you, Hiv seeds means the high yielding variety seeds. Better irrigation facilities and increased use of pesticides, insecticides and etc. These are also important for agricultural development. Different kind of agricultural practice in different part of the world according to people's requirement. So all the areas according to the need, they are using the different type of agricultural techniques. Even in our country as well, the government also taken few steps for development in the agriculture, as government has started the 5 years plan for the agriculture and some intensive agricultural development program, which is also known as IADP, which was started in 1961. Then after that, one more important thing is known as the Green Revolution. This was introduced as for the production of food grains in 1967. Government has started to give facility to the farmer, as government has started the Kisan credit card and the Kisan call centers. Even in the Doordarshan channel, many programs are also started for the agricultural development and for help to the farmers. That one channel is also started by DD National, that is DD Kisan. So according to the government policy, that government has provided more and more facilities to the farmers. So students, here the revision of agriculture chapter is complete. In our next video, we will do revision of the chapter 5, that is industries. So for that, keep watching SST Zone.